guys, as the owner of the Alpine Veterinarian, Hospital, Tyler Ratzlaff. That's me, guys. That's me, Tyler Ratzlaff. I know how to manage a staff of 20, 25 people. I know how to develop management skills. I've been the damn president of the damn school board. His management system, my management system, is to put good people in place and let them do their job. And, they'll rise to the occasion. This creates a good work environment and strong morale. Basically, let them know this is the job. I don't lord over them, tell them to do this and that like a micromanaging dictator, damn totalitarian tyrant. I ain't no damn totalitarian tyrant, that's for damn sure. No way in heck am I a damn totalitarian tyrant. So, Tyler Ratzlaff. Who is Tyler Ratzlaff? He's running for county commissioner number 2 in Rio Grande County. He is running against John Noffsker. Who's John Noffsker? Well, John Noffsker's John Noffsker. Don't you know he's that damn Presbyterian pastor? Pastor. Del Norte is the capital of the Rio Grande County. So for county commissioners 1, 2, and 3, number 2, this is the chair, Tyler Ratzlaff, is running for county commissioner number 2, district number 2, against John Noffsker. And that's Rio Grande County Commissioner, district number 2, one of 3 positions. He's the chair. And I think that pretty much covers everything. This is in Rio Grande, population 12,000, 14% poverty rate. Del Norte is the capital, which has 1,500 people. And Monte Vista is the most populous city, which has a population of 4,500. And the sheriff of Rio Grande County, well, that's Donald McDonald. That is Donald McDonald. It sure is. So, who is this guy? He's a veterinarian. He takes care of your pets. He takes care of the livestock. He's got at least two Alpine veterinarian hospitals. 1 doctor, 1 location, to a 5-doctor practice with 2 locations. His management system is to put good people in place and to let them do their job. This creates a good working environment and strong morale. The budget is always foremost in any decisions in operating a business. It's the same in the county. The funds should be used where they give the biggest bang for the buck. The San Luis Valley's water is the center of attention again. The county already has a resolution against RWR exporting water from the valley. And guess what? Tyler Ratzlaff, he's going to push for the county to do everything it can to oppose the RWR. The RWR, what the hell is this RWR controversy everybody's talking about? Well, that's the Renewable Water Resources. The attention on the $600 million proposal to pipe water from the San Luis Valley to Douglas County is gaining attention. Why? Because nobody in the San Luis Valley wants it done. Governor Jared Polis, other policymakers at the state capitol, they're opposed to it. Apparently, Jared Polis, in a statement to Colorado Politics, took a position last week on the proposal from the Renewable Water Resources, RWR. That's what RWR means, Renewable Water Resources. So I guess that's like a department or something. That would ferry as much as 34,000 acre-feet of water from a confined aquifer in the San Luis Valley to Douglas County. Through a spokesman, you have Jared Polis, who said he's against any interbasin transfer without local support of impacted communities. This is a proposed interbasin transfer with deep concerns and opposition in the San Luis Valley, and the governor is opposed. Yeah, right. We don't like that. We don't want that. In the Valley, San Luis, there's deep concerns, opposition. In the Valley, you're going to steal the water, the aquifers. We only got so much snowpack and so much aquifers. And that Douglas County is all the way up there by goddamn Denver, Aurora, Lakewood, somewhere up there. So motherfucking Denver, so the population of Douglas County is 350,000. 350,000. And they want to sit there and try to, pick on us poor counties with the low population and try to steal our goddamn water. Fuck them motherfuckers. I like this guy. I like this guy a lot. This Ratzlaff. What's Ratzlaff? Tyler Ratzlaff. Yep. Tyler Ratzlaff. Good man. I respect a man who respects animals. Jeffrey Dahmer started abusing animals and then he became a serial killer. So that means he's the exact opposite. That's right. That I went there. Tyler Ratzlaff is the exact opposite of a serial killer. So that's, that's okay. So those city folks want to steal our water and not pay me a dime for it. That's bullshit. Water is the first medicine. So I say no. Let me be the first person to say no. Now, the RWR controversy. A lot of specific stuff, numbers and whatnot. I'm just going to read. And then that's it. Jared Polis joins Andrew Attorney General Phil Weiser, who told Colorado Politics last month he's prepared to take a lead role in how we in Colorado could stop this from happening, because the idea of removing water from the valley at a time of a depleted aquifer is something I can't understand. RWR argues that its proposal is win-win. I mean, we steal your water, we get to drink it, win-win. It'd be economically beneficial to the San Luis Valley while ensuring water sustainability for Douglas County. Renewable Water Resources proposes to tap 25 new groundwater wells in a confined aquifer in the valley to bring that water to the South Platte River and eventually to a yet-to-be unidentified water provider in Douglas County. What? So all you got to do is just build 25 brand new groundwater wells and you can get enough water for Denver? Why don't we build 25 new wells for the people here in the San Luis Valley? The project also came up they're not by name in a hearing last Thursday in the Senate Agriculture and Natural Resources Committee, and it doesn't appear to have any fans on the panel either. The bill at issue is Senate Bill 28, which would set up a fund to finance groundwater reductions in the Republican River Basin in northeastern Colorado and the Rio Grande River Basin in the San Luis Valley. That's us. The bill intends to help pay for groundwater limitations in the Republican River and to boost the sustainability of the large confined aquifer in the Rio Grande River Basin, the same aquifer that RWR intends to tap for its project. Some guy named Simpson, Mr. Simpson, not Homer or Bart or Marge, probably not, the general manager of the Rio Grande Water Conservation District, explained that the Rio Grande portion of the bill would pay farmers not to pump water in order to maintain the aquifer close to the 1976 levels. We'll pay you not to pump water. Why are farmers get paid not to grow crops, not to pump water? Hey, I won't pump any water or grow crops either. Why don't you pay me some money? Mr. Simpson told Colorado, that's welfare, by the way, too. Mr. Simpson told Colorado Politics that state law requires a sustainable aquifer system. You don't have to achieve those goals by drying up irrigated ag, although that's part of the solution, he said. Some strategies could include water conservation or by changing the crops being grown in the valley, such as from alfalfa to industrial hemp. For example, the latter would use about half of the water, but there's not yet enough of a market for industrial hemp, he said. But if Mother Nature continues to deal precipitation the way it has for the last 20 years, we're going to have less groundwater-dependent irrigated acres in the valley, he said. Welfare. This shit's welfare. The Rio Grande Water Conservation District spent $5 million just in the last month to pay farmers to conserve or stop irrigating, although the district received $13 million in applications for conservation funding. Why would we spend, that's welfare. We're just wasted $5 million. For $5 million, we could have actually got a bunch of people a bunch of wells, and then all those wells, we could have got ourselves a bunch of fucking water right here in the goddamn valley. You know what needs water? Everything. The plants, the animals, the people, everybody needs water. Water is a human right, motherfucker. We need to have so much water, it's just, water parks and shit, just water all over the place. My God, this is so foolish. The target is around 40,000 acres based on a fallowing, which is a retirement of irrigated acres. Changing the crops or other water conservation measures, whether that will be enough, however, is unknown, Mr. Simpson said, because of the precipitation, including variability in the snowpack as of January 2022. The aquifer is at its lowest point ever for January. That's after taking 100,000 acre feet out of the pumping in the last few years. It's the aridification of the West. We don't have the supply of water in the Rio Grande that we had prior to 2002, he said. In the Republican River, compacts require a reduction of 25,000 irrigated acres by 2029 based on a 2016 resolution signed by Colorado, Nebraska, and Kansas. It also means cutting back on irrigation, and the money We pay farmers to do that. The Republican River District has already spent $150 million on groundwater conservation. The Rio Grande District has spent $70 million. We've spent $70 million for groundwater conservation. Hey, farmers, don't tell me all of it went to the farmers not to. And if they're getting millions of dollars and they're a bunch of fucking pricks on top, no, something else is happening here. They spent $70 million here in the San Luis Valley. Where did $70 million go? For water? For water. And I didn't get a drop of it. I didn't get a drop of any of this water. Senator Don Quorum, Republican from Montrose, asked witnesses, he's also running against Lauren Boebert, asked witnesses to address trans-basin diversions for an area that's already having trouble with sustainability. A direct reference to the RWR project, although he didn't mention it by name. Senator Kerry Donovan, Democrat out of Vail, the committee's chair, said that if the bill passes, it's a sign the General Assembly is making a statement acknowledging the limited amount of water in the basins. That should be a signal to those hunting for water that this ain't the right place to look. Kerry Donovan said, she said isn't. The bill passed on a 4-0 vote and is now awaiting action from the full Senate. Several new developments have taken in the past several weeks involving the RWR proposal. On January 27, the company told the Douglas County Board of County Commissioners it would drop its asking price for the county's participation in the $600 million project from $20 million to just $10 million. So they're going to steal our water and then charge us $10 million? According to the January 27 letter to the Douglas County Commissioners, RWR's attorneys advised them that the rules and regulations governing the use of ARPA funds may not allow the county to spend $20 million on projects that are not completed by 2026. However, it's for Douglas County. However, the letter continued. The attorneys believed the county could spend $10 million of its ARPA money as compensation for general revenue loss outside of the deadline limitations. In exchange, the letter said RWR would hike the cost of the water to the end user in Douglas County from $18,500 to $19,500 per acre foot a one-time payment from the water provider. RWR is proposing to pay landowners in the San Luis Valley for their water rights $2,000 per acre foot. While there isn't an exact valuation on water from the confined aquifer, market value for water in the valley ranges from a high of $4,100 per acre foot for surface water to $3,100 per acre foot for water in the much smaller unconfined aquifer. RWR eventually wants to buy 34,000 acre feet of water for its project at a cost of $68 million. Goddamn, 10 million here, 20 million there, 68 million there. Pretty soon it's going to start to add up to real money. Frankly, with all this damn money, for a half a second, assume, it's capitalism, right? If we all have all the water that we need, could we sell the water to Douglas County and get a shit ton of fucking money? And then with that shit ton of fucking money, create a big water system here. And then with that shit ton of money, could we build some orphanages and some hospitals and some schools and some gyms and some parks and some, recreational facilities? I mean, this is goddamn Colorado. We're hiking and running and going everywhere, bike passing, lots of things. So we can probably use millions and millions of dollars for something, right? Instead of just, hey, farmer, don't you use water. Here's $1 million. Give me $1 million. I won't use any water either. So this is just a terrible deal for me. This is just a terrible deal all over the place. All these motherfuckers are getting money to not use the water. These assholes want to take the fucking water. And if they took the water, I wouldn't see any of that money either. So Jesus Christ. Let's just build, a bunch of canals and let's have a people's canal where everybody could just, go ahead and get a little ladle and drink themselves a little ladle of water. The damn Spanish conquistadors could do that shit. How come these English Americans can't? The $50 million community fund, Tanner said, would generate $3 million to $4 million per year in interest in perpetuity. Well, you're going to make, about $3 to $4 million per year. Just in interest. For how long? Eternity? Nope. Perpetuity. Oh, you son of a bitch. RWR eventually wants to buy 34,000 acre feet of water for its project at a cost of $68 million. RWR Sean Tonner told the Douglas County Commissioners on February 7th the project will set a gold standard for Colorado. As for the $50 million community fund, Sean Tonner said it would generate $3 to $4 million a year perpetuity. So I got 3 questions for this. Laffler. No. God, I keep saying it wrong. Tyler Ratzlaff. Tyler the Rat's Laughing Man. Well, you're going to bring a bunch of rats and you're going to have them all laughing. I don't want a bunch of rats laughing at us. Tyler, I don't want a bunch of rats laughing at all of us. It's a mnemonic device. Number one reason people vote for anybody is name recognition. So, rats laugh. You know what? I do want the rats to laugh. Isn't it about time for the rats to enjoy their life? Have a good laugh. Have a nice little chuckle every once in a while. Oh, man. So, Tyler Ratzlaff, do you believe in getting unanimous consent on the 3-person board of county commissioners for each and every decision? This is so important. There's only 3 people in the county commissioners. How can you not get unanimous consent? How can you not get unanimous consent when there's just 3 people there? Just 3 people. I saw this video, let's see, November the 12th, 2020, and you had fucking John Noffsker. John Noffsker, he wanted to hire Leslie Klusmeyer as the county administrator, and he went ahead and just shoved that vote on through. So Bothell had said that she wanted a roll call vote, put it on public record, and that damn Glover, he's just a fucking, kiss ass, a little rubber stamper, right? A little Gene Glover, just a rubber stamping son of a bitch. He probably gets, whatever he wants, but he's not going to ask for much because he's Noffsker's, number one, basically fucking subordinate. Sycophant, subordinate. So when they went to hire Leslie Klusmeyer, what he said was, all right, roll call vote. Glover said yes. Bothell said no. And then John Noffsker said, well, Noffsker's a yes. So he said that in third person, and then he said motion carries. So what a piece of shit, 2 out of 3, and then basically just kind of, hey, Bothell, why not? What is the issue with he didn't give a shit. He's like, I'm in charge now. All I got to do is get this Gene Glover to, rubber stamp everything I do, and then I get to run the whole fucking show. And Bothell isn't in there anymore. Deacon's in there now. Bothell, I guess, is gone. September 1st, 2020, John Noffsker responds to a recall effort. He says it's spotty. It was hard to... I like that Rio Grande Seer. I like the idea of the Rio Grande Seer. Actually, that's another question there for Tyler Ratzlaff. The rats are going to be laughing. The rats are going to be laughing if you don't vote for Tyler Ratzlaff. Do you want... Okay, so... the Rio Grande Seer, he's, should we videotape every Rio Grande County Commission? Rio Grande County Commissioner meeting and post it on YouTube or Facebook or online somewhere for full transparency? Absolutely yes. Oh, wait, no, I gotta wait for him to say yes. But I think that would be a good issue. I think that'd be a good issue for Tyler Ratzlaff. Just say, look, I'm going to make sure I get unanimous consent on the 3-person Board of County Commissioners for each and every decision in the Rio Grande County. If us 3 people can't figure out decisions amongst ourselves, how are we going to expect the rest of the county to be able to work together? So we have to set the example. And it's just unanimous, for 3 people. Like, Jesus Christ, there's 12,000 people. So that's how a democracy works, right? You're not asking all 12,000 people for each and every decision. You went ahead and elected these 3 people. At the very least, they can make sure amongst themselves they agree with each and every decision. I would support a decision where all 3 people of the Board of County Commissioners support versus, 2 and 1. That's I hate those decisions unless it was like a controversial decision. My guess is, though, that other guy's been just kind of, shoving those decisions down the throat of Rio Grande County. Now from Tyler Ratzler, I also want to know about how's he going to bring jobs or create jobs for Rio Grande County. In America, you got to have a job or you die. So you got to create the jobs or bring the jobs in. What do you propose? And what do you think about the aesthetic Tyler Ratzlaff about, what do you think of the aesthetic of solar power trees? I think if you had solar power trees all over the place, it would just show that Rio Grande County is up and coming and they know what's going on. And the thing with solar power trees is they're actually very inexpensive. So I could see like solar power trees being right next to a basketball goal, a basketball, court, and people can charge their phones, charge their laptops, and it'd be a hangout spot and also, just higher quality of life kind of thing. So, and then what do you think about videotaping? Where is that Rio Grande Seer? I think you should make that Rio Grande Seer a permanent. You should pay that guy because there's, back in, you always have to have somebody transcribing, right? You got the court reporters and transcribers. Instead of typing and writing down everything that happened, put it on video, throw it up. And you know what? Most people won't watch the video anyways, but it's right there for everybody. So that way, at the very least, you're saying, I have posted every one of my decisions, all of our, discussions, arguments, motions, resolutions online. You could check it out. So those are my questions for Tyler Ratzlaff, for Mr. Mouse Laughter, Okay, so goddamn, I got a little complaint for, if I am, a pizza place and I call Rio Grande County Commissioner's office and I'm like, hey, how can I establish shop? How can I set up this, Pizza Hut? I want a nice, Pizza Hut served to everybody in the county, 30 minutes or less. Then I'm going to set up this nice, pizza shop in Rio Grande County. I call the commissioner's office up and they're just rude as shit. No, I want to talk to John Noffsker. And then Kathy answers. And this is, I was just asking for YouTube, so they're running for office. I want to know, what do you represent and what are you going to stand for? It's weird that they would treat a member of the public that they don't know with such, they were rude and she didn't know what was going on. Kathy didn't know what was going on. When I asked to talk to John Noffsker, she said he had left and asked if there was something that she could do to help with me. And I said, no, is there something I could do to help you? No, I don't know who you are. I want to talk to John Noffsker. So anything you can do to help me. Do you want to take my name and number? I mean, usually that's what you do, right? Oh, he's not in the office. Let me take your name and number and I'll let him know that you called and, he'll, we'll see. I'll give him his name and number and we'll see if he'll call you back. I'm trying to talk to John Noffsker, right? She acted like she had his phone number, didn't want to give it to me. Instead, she tries to hand me off to Gene Glover. Oh, no, we need to get this to Gene Glover. No, get it to Gene Glover first. What, his number one stooge? John Noffsker's number one subordinate? I don't want to talk to John Noffsker's number one subordinate. I want to talk to John Noffsker. I want to talk to basically Mr. Rio Grande. He's the one that runs the county commissioners, all three of them. He's the one in charge. He's the one that, forces these decisions. I want to talk to the person that runs Rio Grande County Commissioner. And, it was supposed to be a lighthearted conversation. It's just, God, when you have such resistance and it's such dumb, resistance for something stupid. Hey, is John Noffsker around? Who the hell is this? My name's John Masters. I'm a YouTuber. I have business with him. Once I've explained all that, no, I don't want to tell you my business. I want to talk to him. How come you're being too nosy and you're being rude? But maybe that's what John Noffsker asked him to do. Hey, no, be shitty to everybody. I want you to be shitty to everybody who calls in, okay? Now, that's your job, to be against the public. If that's the job of John Noffsker, to be against the public, that's no good. You want the Pizza Huts and you want the people to call, the commissioner's place and get all the damn information that they need to get in order to establish shop. You want them to have a nice... if you're not liberal, then you want to have a nice business climate. You want to have Milton Friedman conservative principles. You want to be people have to get a job or they have to start their own business. And if there's not a culture where they could start their own business and there's no jobs, my God, his foolishness is kind of sinking the whole county. So she tells me the phone number, talk to Gene Glover. It's like, no, I don't want to talk to Gene Glover. I want to talk to John Noffsker. He's the one running for office. And then she said he's already in office. Not knowing that there's a primary for the Republican Party in all of Colorado, but specifically in Rio Grande County. She had no idea. That's only 20 days away. 20 days away, and this Kathy, who doesn't stay current with the local current events which directly affect her life, she might lose her job in 3 weeks. She probably shouldn't stay on as secretary. And then she passes me off to Bonnie. Bonnie picks up, and of course, I don't know if she was just being dingy or if she was just being shitty. But Miss Shitty passes me off to, another Miss Shitty. She picks up. This is Bonnie. Okay, I'd like to talk to John Noffsker. I've been asking for the exact same thing. about 15 times, no, about 4 or 5 times. But okay, he's left for the day. Can I do something for you, Bonnie? Bonnie, I don't know you, Bonnie. I don't think you want to do anything for me at all. I think you're trying to, tell me to fuck off. That's what it feels like you're trying to tell me. And then in the middle, I said, she said something about privacy, and I said something that you're the government, and so you're opposed to the public. And she said, exactly. She said, exactly. That's a huge admission. That's a huge admission. Bonnie is opposed to the public. She did say that, but eventually, to her credit, after I was like, why are you being so rude? And, I lost my temper. And she said, fine, you want John Noffsker's phone number? And I said, yes. And then, I called John Noffsker and left him a message. But Jesus Christ, this is... Rio Grande County isn't going to get no Pizza Huts or no, whatever. No Pizza Huts, no Subways, no Little Caesars, no nothing. With this kind of fucking leadership, if somebody wants to call, if Elon Musk says they want to have an Amazon warehouse, if they want to bring in the jobs and, Kathy or Bonnie picks up and they're just being dicks. Yeah, no, we're just against you, Pizza Hut. No, we're against our people. We're good. We get the money. A bunch of people that live off the system. I mean, isn't the American government supposed to be of, by, and for the people? So when the government tells you that hey, you got to respect us. I got to respect you. You're sitting in a government chair, in a government building, on a government phone, all paid for by taxpayer dollars. You're living off the taxpayer dollars. You're the government. You are the government. You're living off the government. You got government housing, government jobs, government everything. Probably even government health care, don't you? Government pensions. My God, how much money is being paid to these government people? And when I said that they're the government and that they're protecting themselves from the people, from the public, she said exactly. I feel like that is just so... That's telling. That is telling. And then I called, the guy, and he never called back. So I think the culture that this, not Tyler Ratzlaff, this Tyler Ratzlaff, I think he's going to change things. And not intentionally. I don't know if he ran intentionally because he knows how it's been running, or if he's just like, you know what? I don't know what he says. He just wants to serve people. I believe him. He seems like he's got a gentle demeanor, just wants to serve people. I'll give the guy, only one credit, the guy that's in there now. Because I got a bunch of questions for him, and I'm going to send him an email and see if he responds to it. It'd be better, it'd be better to have a communication, right? To be open for communication with others. Isn't that better, I would think? But Tyler Ratzlaff. I forgot what I was going to say about him. But Tyler Ratzlaff is the man. So make sure you all go out and vote for him. Because I don't think he's just naturally against the public, right? If you had to be in power for a while to be able to say some shit like that. Huh? Yeah, we hate the public. Yeah, we don't like the public at all. She also said something else. I said, can I speak to John, whatever. And she goes, no, can I do something for you? I said, yeah, can you, trying to talk to John Ratzlaff, and can you help me with that? And she goes, okay, like an Amber Heard dickhead. So these white women are, they're privileged, they're stuck up, they have these nice privileged positions, and instead of... Women are supposed to be inspirational. Women already love you, already adore you. But you being a piece of shit to me for no fucking reason, you don't know who I am, what I'm about, and you're already like, fuck you, Pizza Hut. Nah, my life is good. John Noffsker wants me to be shitty to you because we're Christians. We're Presbyterian. And this is how Presbyterian Christians are. We worship the fucking devil. And we are fucking mean to people. Like I said, to give her the credit. And I'd like to ask, I guess, Tyler Ratzlaff. Will you have secretaries that are nice and friendly to the public? Or will you get power and then just tell everybody to fuck off? You got the power, you're the man, and everybody else has to fuck off. I kind of want a person that's in between. Somebody that's listened to the public, but also somebody that offers their leadership and guidance. I like Jared Polis's leadership. So if we can get somebody that's closer to Jared Polis, I think that would be better for the Rio Grande County. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean. That's why you're going to vote for Tyler Ratzlaff in less than 3 weeks. June 28th. It's right around the corner. And if you could, I don't know what the hell Kathy's problem was. She doesn't know what the hell's going on, so that's not a very good secretary. Bonnie eventually did give me the phone number, so I'll go ahead and assume that it's Noffsker. That's that's the culture that you want to have. That's a bad culture, man. That's a bad culture. Pizza Hut,